Yeah, like this bitch eating with a plastic fork and a bowl, paper bowl. Bitch, I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to clean no dishes. The good thing about these forks are they're oh God, BPA free. Mm. But I made an apple crisp, and I'm enjoying that. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I worked so hard today, honey. Oh, this is Umpqua vanilla ice cream, honey. Mm. Honey, Ganesha said, "Feed me that cream today, honey." Mm. Mm. Nice little warm apple crisp. Y'all, I almost forgot what I came on here for. Hold on. Mm. Woo! Honey, this is hitting the spot every which way. You hear me? This cream is having a party in my stomach. Okay. On a serious note, maybe this is just a woo. Maybe this will distract y'all while I enjoy my TT read. Can I do it? Can I enjoy my TT read? So, if you have not heard, honey, mhm, we got some cute little classes. Yes, we got some cute little classes for you all, honey. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. And 6 new classes. Now I'm thinking about doing a meditation class because someone asked about that. I always get a lot of clients who asked about the best meditations for blah 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 blah. So there may be a 7th class. Either way, each of these classes will be $40. Mm-hmm. Um, if you purchase a whole class series, it'll be $33. So, a good example: the seven real African powers are 40. If you wanted to do um, counter reading, that'll be $33 per course. Mm-hmm. So that's just a good example. Mm-hmm. $40 each class. So the black magic class, we're gonna be talking about some real DT, honey. The real DT. In fact, in that class, we're gonna do a live hangout. We're gonna go to one of my places that I love to do. I love to go do my work. Mm. Y'all put my foot down this apple crisp, y'all. I use the right amount of brown sugar, the right amount of white sugar, the right amount of Mexican vanilla extract, and this crust. Oh, girl. Once I get back on camera. So the Black Magic class is $60 because, of course, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. And I know that anyone could get $6 because originally I was like, you know what? I'm not going to offer that class that low because anybody could basically sign up for the class. But I also wanted to keep it affordable. And I'm like, I know anybody can grab $66, but we're going over some real good tip in there. And if I feel you're not ready, I will advise you. Okay? Proceed with caution. Everybody cannot handle black magic. And that's one thing I want to talk about too. But we'll go down this. So of course you have the counter magic class, beginners, intermediate, advanced, and counter reading class. Excuse me, counter magic class is just one whole class where we talk about colors, herbs, candle shapes, all that good stuff. The candle reading teach you how to read candles. So you don't gotta be kidding with everybody, asking everybody, how do you read? What is this? What is this? Even going into the YouTube videos that I've seen on candle reading, they're at the beginner's level. So if you've seen all these YouTube videos on how to read candles, remember, you've seen it at beginner's level. There's so much stuff that goes into candle reading that people can't even understand. Like, there's people that were always doing work, and if we're not doing work, they're taking classes. And we talk about stuff, and they're like, oh my God, I didn't think that it was this difficult. I didn't think it was this, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, excuse me. But I'm telling you, work is work. Everyone who thinks, like I always say, you think you're going to buy one candle, you're going to go do one thing for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. You know, everybody's into the spell shit because people have you think that it's quick, it's easy, and it's effective. And I always tell people, it's like cooking, okay? Ain't no good cake gonna come out good if you cook it for only 1 minute in the damn oven. A good, moist, well-baked cake is gonna take you anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to bake, okay? And it depends on what type of oven you got and even the pan you're baking it in. It can even take up to an hour, 55 minutes almost. So, you know, like I said, you have to really know what you're doing. And a lot of people are misled, and they're setting themselves up for a lot of problems. And a lot of you know that. This is why you're seeking for people to help get you out of your current circumstances, because you've either put yourself there knowingly or you've been blindsided by people who say they can help you. So, yeah, okay. Going into the, like I said, the heart's 3 secrets. We're going to be discussing the 3 areas of the heart chakra. There's 3 different areas. We're going to be going into these areas in depth. And of course, going into how to unlock this, how to utilize this energy to heal, mend, and build healthy, long-lasting relationships, and ultimately attracting your true desires, because all things come through that heart. You know, people said, I cannot connect with my ancestors. I cannot connect with my sister who's passed on, my aunt who's passed on. You know, me and my mom, we don't see eye to eye. And honestly, truly, it's not about you and your mom not seeing eye to eye, or you and your sister not seeing eye to eye, or you and your man not seeing eye to eye. You guys are not seeing heart to heart. Your heart is not sending out the right frequencies to her heart or to his heart, and vice versa. So once you learn how to work these areas, you will see results. And your heart chakra works with anything that is with attracting. Don't let people fool you and think that it's not about the heart, it's not about the heart, it's not about the heart. Bullshit. Okay. Once again, like I said, black magic. We're going to be going over the proper techniques. And we're going to be going over some secret techniques that people are not going to talk about. They're not going to share with you. And of course, a lot of this is old way and new way. Can we talk about it? Mm-hmm. You can email me at 28spiritedmystic8@gmail.com and let me know what class you want. I can send you an invoice and or tell you the total, and we go from there. Okay. Now, yes, honey, allergies is still fucked up over here, but that's fine. That's fine, bitch. It's fine. So, two things that I just want to discuss very quickly. If you book a reading, you send in your payments, I hit you back up, we schedule an appointment, you do not respond back to me. After a week, you forfeit your reading, and there's no refunds. Because I'm getting a little irritated, honestly, by having to chase people. And I know that people get busy, I get busy too, but you know, when you send in your tea, and I'm hitting back, hey, who, then you wait weeks and months to get back to me. Honey, that was weeks ago. No tea, no shade. So, like I said, if you send in money for a reading, please be by that email. Y'all, right hand up. Somebody hit me up for winter solstice of 2017. They asked about getting a reading done. Do you know I barely got a response from them just 2 months ago, paying for the reading that they asked for a year and a half ago? Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? What? I know life get hectic and busy and all of this stuff, but what you doing? You're really hopping around. You trying to see if the basic ass witch committee can help you? They can't. You want to sit around and see it? Well, maybe this older bitch know more than this bitch do. What did you find out? I'm almost done with this, y'all. Listen. See those apples? How about those mocks? Mocks. See, I was lazy. I didn't want to buy my own apples, cut up or anything. I got those mock slice apples, honey. I soaked them, honey, in lemon juice. I put some brown sugar, some white sugar. Let the acid kind of melt onto the apple slices, honey. Y'all. Put it down for a minute. Ooh, y'all. That shit was good. That. Ooh, okay. There we go. So, the second thing I want to discuss is black magic. Now, a lot of people can't handle that energy. And people have gotten offended in the past. And people have said, what? Me cussing out somebody, me telling somebody off, me saying, fuck you, nigga. All this shit, put needles in their candles. Isn't that black magic? And I say this with love. If you are new to magic, that is black magic to you. But in my opinion, I think that all magic could be black magic. And I think that all magic all magic could be white magic. Because of course, black magic comes from the term originality. It comes from the term source. in the magical world, and I want you guys to learn this, okay? You know, we're gonna start going over terminology. Yes. Okay, we can start doing that. Let's start doing terminology. So in the magical world, right, those who are into the esoteric, not exoteric, exoteric, there's a lot of EXO spirituals out there, but there's not too many ESOs, okay? All my ESOs out there, holla, 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 but you EXOs, honey. So, so anyway, in the spiritual community, the real spiritual community, the ones who know the original tea, okay, not the new shit, not the shit that just you come up with Kool-Aid draws and I gotta get your panties to put something on your poom poom and all such shit. Cause see the old way, bitch, we didn't eat that shit, girl. We didn't eat that shit, girl. We can use a fucking apricot and put something on your poom poom, bitch. We didn't need no motherfucking send me your panties, send me your man draws so we put something in his dick, bitch. We got pickles, we got bananas, we got cucumbers, bitch, we got hot dogs. Like, let's talk about it. So the word black magic, the real true meaning of black magic is the original, right? It's doing things originally, okay, or in the ways of the original people. But even going deeper than that, it's energy, and black energy is everything. That's why in the universe, when you look into the sky, you see blackness, right? You see pure blackness. And even if you were to go so far into the sky, as I said before, what stratosphere, atmosphere, we went into that before, exosphere, xonosphere, it will look blackness either way. The only light you would see would be the light coming from the earth. Because just like the sun, just like the moon, earth gives off her own lighting too. But see, a lot of people that don't believe in that, and of course they go by what NASA say, because all y'all got these videos out here, these motherfuckers who they couldn't even strategize their life. They couldn't even figure out, well, by the time I'm 30, I want to blah, blah, blah. By the time I'm 40, I want to blah, blah. But yet they put together this master plan within their mind, or the most high spoke to them about whether or not there's two suns in the sky, or if the Matrix is real, or is Barack Obama an alien, or is Donald Trump an alien. And to me, that shit just like really blows my mind, because it's like if spirits are giving you these insights and they're telling you about things that really don't serve you any purpose, because if there's two suns, there's always been two suns. If the sky is fake, if the sky has always been fake, what you're just barely realizes that you're starting to catch up to that, if that is true. But like I said, you know, the earth gives off her own light. The moon give off her own light. The sun give off his own light. You know, just it is what it is. Going into twinkling stars and shit. When people say we see Mars into the sky, you see this spinning ball of light that has so much frequency, right? And you see these frequencies come off as colors. And I won't even go into that. But so going into that, magic is that raw energy. And if you have that ability to tap into that raw energy, and I want y'all to understand this, you see these people out here saying that they're spiritualists and they do black magic. I'm a black magi. Are you a black magi or are you a bitter magi? And we're not talking about, maybe you are black based off like your skin and stuff, but magically, like, are you really black magic or are you really bitter magic? Because at the end of the day, from what I've seen on YouTube, what I've seen in these forums are the people who kind of be black witches and stuff. They're really bitter, thorn ass, insecure, miserable ass, can't get life right motherfuckers. And that's just my opinion. I've seen a few people who are quote unquote black magic or black magicians or black sorcerers, and they have this, you know, this heavy energy about them, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm just so creeped out. They came in with piercings and all. And we talked about this before too, because I have people that are kind of like skeptical. They're like, I don't believe in magic. I don't believe in that shit. I think people who are into magic think they're mentally ill and stuff. And I explained to them, like, you cannot go by what you see in the movies and you can't go by what you see in public, because a lot of these people, they're insecure and they need validation. And their only way through validation is coming out with these big ass pentagram earrings on, get a big ass pentagram tattooed on their throat, you know, put on heavy black eyeliner, you know what I mean? Dye the hair purple, yellow, orange, green, all that. Because like I said, I was once there. So I know that. That is validation. That is seeking attention. And even going into the whole rebellious stuff, a lot of them carry that type of energy, or they try to act like that type of energy to frighten people, because without all that shit, bitch, nobody's afraid of them. But even then, those who really see things for what it is, you still don't frighten us. So that's why I say going into these YouTube people and these foreign people, because that's where we're on YouTube, and I'm sure a lot of you are on Facebook forums. If not, you've heard of them. A lot of people give off these delusions, and illusions of they're powerful because they love black, and they have their nails are painted black, and they have these tattoos on them, and they done drugs, and they did, and it's just like, no, like, people who do real shit like that has that raw energy. As I said, it's about raw energy, and the term white magic is really newer stuff. It's usually lighter energy. That's why even when some people say she's a healer because her energy feel light. Even when people say, "Ooh, I smell cinnamon," or "I smell roses," or when I'm around her, I feel like there's blah 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 blah. Yeah, because they're light energy people. Not saying they're not able to tap into that heavy raw energy, but that's usually a little lighter, and everybody has access to that, in my opinion. But black magic is raw. That's raw. That's undiluted. I mean, honey, a lot of shit that's done naturally cannot really be shared. And this is why I always tell people, because some people come to me for work and they're like, I want to see pictures of everything. And I have this on my blog spot, and I have this on my videos, and I say over and over and over, a lot of stuff that I do in my work, I cannot share with you legally what I do for many, many reasons. I wouldn't even say legally altogether. We'll just say in the pictures, it could look like there's something else going on. We could say that in the pictures, someone else could possibly find the pictures and be like, what the fuck? And that just turns to a whole bunch of other bullshit. So that's why I don't do that. The second part of it is a lot of you, because people have hit me up before and they've got work done by other spirituals out there. That's how I know they power. Hey, girls. Hey, honey. Well, I don't know. I can't. Yeah. Hey, girls. Y'all not women. Hey, girls. But they were literally dissecting their work. So one of them was like on my phone, and she was like, yeah, she sent me a picture of the work she did, and I imitated it, and it looked exactly like hers. And she was sending me screenshots of the person's work and her work, and I'm like, this is why I don't send out pictures. This is why I don't send out pictures of everything. Now, when it comes to the candle stuff, I don't care about that, because you can't imitate that. You can't imitate how a candle burns. But now, when it comes to anything else that deals with, whatever else I need to do, you're not getting a video of that. You're not getting a picture of that, because you're going to sit back, you're going to try to copy, and then when something come back and hit your ass, because see, a lot of people can't handle that energy. Once again, you can't handle that energy. So when something come back and hit your ass, then you're going to call me, and you're not going to tell me, Mystic, you sent me pictures of the work you did. I tried to imitate you, and now there's some shit going on. You're not going to tell me that. You're going to say, Mystic, what shit were you over there doing, girl? Because now all of a sudden, shit going on. Mystic, and girl, like, there are some honest people out there, but unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are not. And they will try to push the blame onto the person who is doing the work. And it's at the end of the day, you have to dissect it. And like I said, going into energy, I know energy, so I know when something is not right. Like, some people come to me and they said things about, maybe I got my work done from the spiritual person. Maybe they did it incorrectly, because the work that they did, it actually got worse. And I have to dissect it and say, well, it didn't get worse because they did something to you. It got worse because they were doing that real work, and you were not following directions. And oh my God, I was talking about this all the time with my spiritual sisters. Like, people don't know how to follow directions. And I always tell people, if you're not a humble person and you cannot take directions from not just spirit, because like I said, for me, it's not about me like trying to control you. It's not me trying to be your mother. You came to me for assistance. I didn't like go knocking on your door. I didn't say, hey, you better hit my for some work, bitch. I didn't do all that. You came to me, you said, Mystic, I need some help. Which means you trusted me. You trusted my opinion. And bam, I did what I did. And I say, well, boo, 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 boo. But like I said, people do what they want to do. They will skip shit. They will add shit in. Some of them will even, and after I give it to you, you do what you want. But we're talking about while I do my work. Some of them will even I mean, hey, I got to give it to them from keeping it real. They'll hit me up while we're doing the work, y'all. Don't hit me up while we're doing the work. Say, Mystic, I went into one of these spiritual chat rooms. They were offering free readings. And I asked the question, and they told me I should not do none of the spiritual work that I'm doing right now because it's not going to be effective. Now, I'm sitting thinking to myself, like, first of all, you hit me up for work. Second of all, you're obviously telling that person that you're getting work done because people could pull up that they're doing work, but when it comes to the free room shit, people ain't tapping into shit like that. So you're obviously saying, yeah, I'm currently doing work right now. I just want insight on the current work that I'm doing. Should I be doing it? Because I know how it gets done. Please be asking those questions. The work I'm doing now, is it going to be effective or not? And will it be a realistic outcome? Okay. But second of all, why would you be doing readings and throwing extra energy into the pot? Because I want y'all to think about this for a minute. You know, you're the pot, right? And you gotta, no, how we say this? You're the pot. Okay, no, there's a pot, and you're within the pot, and everything that gets entered into the pot will affect you because that's your pot. Even though you're not the pot, that's your pot, though. So when you're getting work done from someone, whatever they put into that pot, whatever they do for you is going into that pot, right? And then when you're hitting up other people, right? Once again, whatever you're getting done for you is getting put into that pot. So now you got all this mixing of energy being put into this pot, and you don't know what energy is going to manifest. You don't know where it's going to come from. And I think of this kind of like, because I think we're all familiar with this, like women who don't know who their baby fathers are. I think that is very similar to that. If you're having sex with multiple people at one time without protection, within the same time period, we'll say 3 to 4 days. That's where it takes for your egg to for you to conceive, your body to break shit down. It's like 3 to 4 days, 7 days tops. So within that time frame, it could be any one of those people that got you pregnant, right? And you won't know until after you have the baby and then you get the DNA done. Well, the same thing with magic. You're literally doing things to conjure up in some summons of energy, and it's, you don't know how, you don't know what's going to happen or whose energy came out until it actually manifests, until you actually conceive it, or until you actually, give birth to that baby or to that energy, however you want to quote that. So the same thing with that. You should only deal with one energy at a time. People don't understand. Like, this is why I said I want to do a little documentary thing. I won't say a docu-series, but a little documentary thing of behind the scenes of what it's like to be a spiritualist who does work for people. Like, it's not simple, it's not light, it's not boom, boom, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, we done, ha ha. Like, it's a lot that go into it. And the crazy thing about it is there's times where I've done people work, and but I like to commit, but I've done people work, and as I'm doing it, I'm seeing shit. I'm just like, ooh, honey, what am I doing? Why I instantly want to email them and say, you know what? Ooh, yeah, honey, ooh, that's a lot. This is too much shit right here. I think I'm just gonna pass on this, and I'm just gonna, give you back your tea, and good luck with that. But because I commit, and because I want people to win, and I know a lot of people out there who've been to other spiritualists, who've done other things with other readers, and they did not get their satisfaction. With me, I'm a consumer. I've always been a consumer, honey. And obviously, I buy shit, I deal with shit like eBay, Amazon. Those are my two favorite places, girl. Like, for real, since a teenager. So I'm about customer service, and I'm about people really, really trying to satisfy what I want. And that's how I want to be for my people. But some people are so hard to please because they have these fake or these false expectations because other people told them, well, give me $3,000 and I'll do it. This will be for sure. Give me this money, blah, blah, blah. And then little do they know, like, it's the workings. Like, there's people I dealt with that they came to me for money issues. And while we're working on the money, Spirit revealed to me that it's not just about the money. There was a horrible relationship, a connection with someone. What are you doing? It was a horrible connection with someone, and that relationship with that person turned into some other stuff, and that created a blockage. And this is why they're having money problems. So I told them we need to do healing work. Like there's something needs to be removed. We need to do that. We need to get that. We need to get that resolved. And bam, that's when they get what they need to get. But either way, there's so much that takes place when it comes to spiritual work. And as I always tell people, stop letting these YouTube videos, stop letting these Google.com, stop letting these forums fool you into thinking, because I kid you not, like you said, there's a forum that I'm in that are they have some very sophisticated spiritual people. Most of them are from other countries, so none of them are really from America. The ones that are from America are usually the ones that ask the crazy questions. Like, if I glue two stones together, will it take away the power and all this other bullshit? But, you know, like I said, I see a lot of comments when people ask stuff. Like, someone asked about the stone being glued together, and someone commented, we'll call him Bob, who's been a spiritualist for 25 years, said, well, yeah, anytime the stone is manipulated in any way, shape, or form, it weakens the ability. So yeah, don't drill holes, don't glue stones, you know, keep it exactly how it is. And hold on, y'all. Hold on, Papa. Hold on. Hey, what you back here doing? Motherfucker. Don't. Woo! Honey, girl. Mister, you about to have me going back there and doing some cheese today. You hear me? You hear me, honey? Huh? You hear me? You better sit your booty right there and be good, okay? Okay, sit right here and be good for me. Okay. Okay. Sit right here and be good for me. Okay, so listen. Y'all know when I be on here, he be trying to go and play and stuff. You're gonna sit right here. You're gonna sit right here, okay? Don't go nowhere. You know, he try to go around and mess and shit. But either way, they actually commented this, and the person was like, I knew it. And I'm just like, that's not even a question based on opinion. That's not even a question based on ideas. It's what it is. Like, as I said, if you take sugar, wherever it comes from, sugar cane, glucose, it doesn't matter. And if you were to dye that sugar, the sugar will still be sugar. It'll just be dyed sugar. If you were to take the sugar and add it to water, it will still be sugar. It would just be water or sugar that's been added into water. So either way, that does not change what it's made from. And it's the same thing with gemstones and stuff. But to see that, I'm just like, this is why people have the wrong ideas out there. And even people are like finding, some girl found a rock, y'all, that had like, I want to say, it looked like a charcoal. It looked like a charcoal that got melted onto something. And she said if someone told her that was an Apache tear, and I'm reading through the comments, there was 84 different comments, bitch. 74 of those comments was like, yep, that's an Apache tear. And I don't know if they were trolling, but I'm just like, that's not no fucking Apache tear fucking stone. Oh my God, girl. But like I said, people are getting their ideas off of that. So even going into casework, they feel like, well, this bitch did my work in 2 days. She started on Friday night, Sunday morning, I had my pictures, we were done. I'm just like, yeah, I don't care how experienced you are with magic. I don't care how long you've been doing it for. I don't care if you sit here and you meditate and humbaya, and I doubt that's what you're doing if you're on YouTube. I doubt that. But even if you do it for that, there's no way to get your results in 2 days, especially something you've been dealing with for years. And that's what a lot of people do. They be so desperate. They be so hungry for the results. And people prey. Predators prey on the prey. Okay? So this is why I always tell people, this is why I offer classes. This is why I do events. This is why I come live and I talk to you, because like I said, I was once there. Seeing spiritual people that I thought were older, more wise. Oh, they're wiser. Okay, maybe they know something I don't know. Let me hit them up. And the bullshit started. Like instantly it was like boom. And I'm like, well, one of them, like I said, I don't think she's legit, but she has some type of motherfucking ability. Because I told you, we're supposed to have a reading, bitch, and something stopped it. I don't know, one of her demonic spirits told her, like, don't fuck with this bitch. She knows she got some shit too. She don't know you faking the funk. And then the other spiritualists who I still talk to from time to time, who's also from California, for her it was a whole other thing, honey. She was ready. She said, "Oh, honey, you got me want to go dance." Like so, like I said, you always know the fake from the real because the real are just they're open, they're up for a challenge. Like, bitch, let's see, but the fake ones are just like there's many ways, but anyway. So, like I said, that's why I share things with people so people could know what, when, where, why, and how. Now, of course, all that good stuff may not be answered because I feel like some people do that to micromanage you, like, but there's a lot of stuff out there that is kind of being lost because people are not really going over it and they're trying to keep things for themselves. So let me read stuff. Let me go pay, so we're not talking like $20 books. So we're talking about books that cost like $3,000, $1,000, $1,500, books like that. Okay. Shout out to my people out there. Hey y'all, Kentucky and Tennessee. How you doing? I need to get out of Tennessee again. But we're talking about books that are like up there. And when I talk about these YouTubers selling books, because bitch, no tea, no shade. None of these motherfuckers should be selling books for over $50. We'll say $49.95. I give them the benefit of that, bitch. There's nothing that none of these motherfuckers could sell me for over $49.95. But either way, y'all hearing shit right here? So anyway, there's a lot of tea that people are, like you said, are being lost in translation because people are not really sharing it. They're reading, and because they read, it's truth now. And I got to share this truth because I read it and I believe it. And that's what I said, that's the problem with self-proclaimed spiritualists. You want to deal with people that have actually grew up in this, people that actually know shit. Like I said, going to the black girl out there, hey girl, I got a human sister, honey. Hey girl. The one that tried to come for me, mama, she tried to read me down, Miss Thing, honey. Yeah, honey, Bay Area. She from the Bay Area. For her, there's a lot of self-proclamation there. And even though she may have relatives who've done it, because in California, there's a lot of people out here that does works. And we're talking about some real indigenous works, like a lot of people. So I'm not saying that that's not really what it is over there. But what I'm saying for that person to be initiated into an organization that they're not a part of. And when I say organization, I mean a structure, a group, right? I don't know, remember if she said she was from Santeria or she was voodoo. I don't know. It wasn't Haitian voodoo. I know that for a fact. It was not Haitian voodoo because I'm a lot of Haitian people, honey, so we know it's not Haitian voodoo because they're not talking about no damn gothic hoodoo and all that other bullshit. But she was trying to give out the false information and say things about don't mess with the gays because they got spirits on them, and don't mess with the white men because they Neanderthals, and don't deal with the Latin people that speak that tongue shit because they don't know African. And I'm just like, this is what you get when you're self-proclaimed, right? This is what happens with self-proclamation. People who are self-proclaimed, self-initiated, and or who get brought into a group that's not really theirs because you become misinformed. You get information that's kind of watered down and or not the whole truth. And then you dissect this half truth that you've got because you cannot get the real truth if you're not a part of it. Okay, that's why you hear people talking about Obia. You don't hear people really talking about, Louisiana voodoo, Missouri voodoo. There's a lot of voodoos out there. People don't really talk about it, but you don't hear people talk about it because, bitch, it's not for sale. And they're not going to share it with you, bitch, because it's none of your damn business. And it is what it is. Whatever, I got to know. I want to learn how to do French voodoo. I want to learn to do Haitian voodoo. I want to do Cuban. I want to go to South Africa. I want to do Mangangu. I want to go over there to Brazil. I want to do the Dasani Titi. I want to go to Colombia and sit with the monkey people. Like, girl. This is why y'all fucked up now. This is why some of y'all been doing these damn rituals for 20 years and ain't got shit to show for it, bitch. You're still living in the projects. You still got a man that don't give a fuck about you. And I'm not cutting in. I'm just saying. Because you out here trying to steal. I got to grab. Oh, that look fine. Oh, I know she look good. Oh, get. But there's so much stuff out there. And like I said, with this person, going back to her, self-proclaimed, when you're self-proclaimed, like I said, you're getting half, or you're doing your research and you're like, I want to be initiated into an organization I'm not really a part of. It's not in my blood. And it could be in your blood, but it's not really in your blood, because you could have a bloodline connected to that, but unfortunately, if your grandmama ain't teach you that, bitch, it's not yours. So you're gonna go to someone who's gonna give you some of the truth, not all of it. And then you're gonna dissect it and then take half of a truth and then take half of that, because of course you're getting your own interpretation of that. And then you're gonna share with the world that half of a half truth. And then you got people out here thinking that that's really what it is. And it's like, the fuck? If they got down like that in that culture, I don't think they would ever survived anything. I think that whole culture would have become extinct. I think they would have been gone, done, boom, bam. What happened to them, ma'am? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? And a lot of people think that the Mayans vanished and all that stuff. They didn't. We talked about that before too, going back into Sri Lanka and all the good tea. But people, listen. Stop dealing with these motherfuckers who are self-taught and my mama, my mimo, my grantu, my mama do, my abba mama, my anodana, my great grandmother. And it's like, well, they were doing all these rituals and spells, so they didn't teach you how to stay out of prison. Because, I mean, let's talk about this for a minute, y'all. From the 1950s, can we a minute? From the 1950s to the 1980s, they were arresting a lot of people for just any little thing, bitch. If you were caught on a certain way, especially in the Midwest and the South. Can we talk about this? For all you people out there that are born from 1950 to 1981, if you're in the Midwest and down South, honey, bitch, you were hanging on corners, bitch. Who? Bitch, they were taking it for, girl, your license plate was crooked. Okay? They were taking you down. So you cannot tell me that your grandmama or mamu did not have a ritual to get your ass out of jail, to keep your ass out of jail. Because that's another thing too, what I kind of think is odd, because I know people, like I said, I got people out there in Louisiana, and I know people out in the rural parts of Louisiana and the city part of Louisiana, because my stepdad's from out there. And shout out to Louisiana, who you are? But, and I got friends that currently live out there right now. Okay, so there's secrets within that's been around for hundreds of years of how to break free, starting back into slavery. Because going to prison, that's girl, that's a form of slavery. I won't even get into that. But you cannot tell me that your mima, mamu, nanu, jaju did not have a ritual for you to stay out of jail. You cannot tell me that if your grandmother was really teaching you magic, and this is where lies get untold and get unfolded at. You cannot sit and say that your grandmother, because see, back in the day, our grandmothers, I could talk about mine, she knew how to make a penny motherfucking stretch. And you would say, how the hell did this woman feed 19 motherfucking people? And in your mind that this person only brought in like $600 a month. You're like, how the fuck did she make $600, pay all her bills and feed 19 people a month, with her grandchildren and her children and shit? And it's like, how? But there was tricks that she knew how to do. There's tricks that she did, right? There's tricks that grandmama knew how to do. Big mama, for those who got a big mama. I don't got a big mama, honey. I got cousins that got a big mama. I had a nana, okay? But either way, they knew tricks to make that money stretch and to have enough come in. So you're telling me that you grew up in that type of stuff, and your mima didn't teach you how to keep money coming in, so you didn't have to go out and write bounce checks, that you didn't have to go out and steal at Dollar Tree, and you didn't have to go out and steal at Walmart, and you didn't have to go in and switch tags to get a lower price. Like, you mean to tell me that your grandma, your mima, your nanu, your janu, they can teach you that? They did not teach you that, but you said it's in your bloodline. And that's where things get a little shaky at for me. And I know some people get offended by what I say, and they're like, ooh, she don't like, ooh, girl, she's too goody shoes. This bitch never had anything happen. Oh, shit, she talking about me wanting a job. Oh, shit, wasn't my fault. And I tell people, when I be throwing jabs, I be throwing jabs at other spiritualists. You being a customer, you being someone who is still learning the ropes, honey, you do not know what you do, right? You do not know what you do. As Jesus said to God, to the Most High, once he was passing on, honey, forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do not do. Whatever, you know how it goes. But anyway, the same thing with y'all. So I don't really judge. You've been in prison. You've been there. Who cares? But you're learning and you're growing. And then of course, as long as you make that a part of your story. Hi, my name is Cynthia Miller. And yes, right now, you guys, I'm victorious. And yes, right now, I'm manifesting. I'm winning because of my ancestors and the Most High. But it wasn't always this way. When I was a little girl, people brainwashed me. People influenced me to do things I shouldn't have been doing and blah, 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 blah. Like, that would be your story. And then I would be like, girl, like, Cynthia, bitch, like, that's a queen. Like, that's a queen, honey. But you have these motherfuckers out here that literally been through it all and they have not grew. They have not learned from it. They're 40 something, 50. Bitch, your life is over. Bitch, your life is over. Like, you have a life, you have another life. That first life is over, honey. Once you get to that certain age, like, bitch, you should be set by the time you're 50. You should not be worried about nothing. You should have money put away. You should have everything saved up. You should have everything planned out, right? But if you do not, then you cannot be a leader. You cannot be a leader. And that's why I always say, like, you cannot expect me to respect you when you don't have respect for yourself. You cannot expect me to have to view you as an elder when you don't view yourself as an elder. Because if you view yourself as an elder, you will learn how to mend your broken past and be honest about it. But when these people were confronted with their past, they couldn't keep it real. And that's what was like, oh, bitch, I can't. I can't fuck with it. I cannot do it at all. I cannot. And even like you said, going in even to, if you really grew up in that stuff, then that's always been with you. Like, I remember being 6 years old, reading books on how to do pottery, take clay and make terracotta pots and shit. My stepdad brought home books for me to do that. I remember learning how to read about different body shapes and the shape of your butt determines how healthy your heart will be. A lot of people don't know that. My stepdad brought that book on me, but I was 6 years old. And that stuck with me my whole life. So even going into me being disciplined and me being taught, honey, when I got older and people came in and tried to say, bitch, you need to, you swear, bitch, you can't steal that. You, bitch, honey, I thought about my mama beat my motherfucking ass. I thought about how is this going to affect my future if I do this? Like, if I do this, how is it going to affect my future? Because your past will always come back and bite you. And we were taught that at a young age. I mean, I know if I was taught that in early millenniums, I know you were taught that in the 70s, 60s, and 50s. But like I said, girl, you did not learn from your mistakes. You cannot own up to your mistakes. And that's the problem. But yet you're coming out saying you're a leader. You could never be a leader. Now, what you could lead is keeping people in their comfortability. And that's another thing too, where people are not recognizing either. When people have issues within themselves, right? And we're not talking about escorting. We're not talking about prostituting. We're not talking about porn stars, because there's a lot of people that do that are very secure with themselves, including myself. Honey, I was a well-known cam model, a well-known phone sex operator. Bitch, I've seen clients. I had dates. I was not a prostitute. I never offered sexual services for money. Never have and never will. I'm a very much germaphobe. I'm very picky on who, what, when, how I let my body touch on other people's body. I've always been that way. That's a whole nother story. Okay. If you have the ability to help people, to heal people, and that's why I tell people don't understand that. Being an escort, being a stripper, you are a therapist. Okay, and we won't even get into that. But you are a therapist because you're helping people release something. And see, a lot of y'all, that's why y'all happily married now, because y'all not happily married because your man loves you. Bitch, you don't fix yourself up. You don't do your makeup. You don't wear, you don't do shit for yourself. I don't care nobody say. These men that tell you, I don't care if you get dressed up, baby. I like my woman natural and hairy. They're a little gay. I'm telling you, they're a little gay, honey. Miss Thing, they like that. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people out there like that, honey. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, feminine, ultra femininity, or men like femininity. They like femininity, honey. And that's what it comes down to. And this is why, like I said, there's a lot of DL people and all that good stuff too. But going into that, I forgot what the fuck I was going with that. Hold on. Let me turn this bitch all the way down, honey. When you are comfortable with who you are and you express yourself, your comfortability, right? Because I'm comfortable with my body. I'm comfortable with whoever, whatever I am. That's how I was able to get on camera and take off my clothes. That's how I was able to, get on the phone, do what I do. That's how I'm able to get in front of the camera and do what I do with you guys too, right? But there are people that are, and I can lead people into how to be more secure with themselves and how to love everything about themselves and to let go if you have any bad past, to let that go. But there are people who are sick. There are people that are still broken. There are people that are still going through problems that they've been going through their whole life, a generational curse. And instead of them healing themselves and really investing stuff, because bitch, it costs money. Okay. When I was going through my therapy sessions, it cost a motherfucking money, bitch. It wasn't free. There was no free therapist. There was no come and see me for free, baby. We waive your fees, bitch. I paid $130 motherfucking a session. Can we talk about it? So when you start doing, it takes money. We'll keep it at that. But instead of these people investing that money, and maybe they're too sick to even want to do it, because as you talk about, when you go to prison, whatever age you go to prison at, you stay there, right? You stop. That's not your growth. That's a proven fact, right? If you went to jail at 15, you're still a 15-year-old boy. And I got cousins that served 24 years in prison that just got out this year, and they're grown men, but in their mind, honey, they're still kids. I got a cousin right now that was like going back and forth with me on the phone literally a week and a half ago. And it had to hit me like, whoa, like, girl, you grew because you were in a free world. Like, he's still the same person you knew when you were younger than him. And in his mind, you are younger than him, but to him, you're still a little kid. So this is why he's trying to like flex on you. And I can let him know. I know exactly where you're at. I know exactly where you're at, honey. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to argue, because our attention spans are different. Our perceptions are different, because you grew 24 years behind bars and I grew 24 years in front of them. So you're not going to see it my way. And there's no cut in, there's no tea, no shade. And we agreed to disagree, we kept moving. So the same thing with these individuals. People who have been through things that have not got healing, because we all have been through traumatic experiences. And I want y'all to understand this. We've all been through traumatic experiences because society is traumatic. You got to be skinny. You got to be beautiful. You got to be this. You got to be that. You're not this. You're not that. Then you're Jew. Boo, 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 boo. But you have to get healing from that. And if you don't get healing from that, the older you get, the worse they become, to where you have to pop Xanax, where you have to take Seroquel, where you have this issue in the dark side. Oh, bipolar. Oh, schizophrenia. Oh, depression. Because these are issues that needed to be resolved that were not resolved as a child and or when you got of age. Because your frontal lobes do not become fully developed until you're 27 years old. And just so you know, alcohol and drugs fuck up your frontal lobe. Just so you know. And if you do not know what the whole purpose of the frontal lobe is, I want you to do your research on that, okay? But it's important to understand this. So when you're not healed, whether your mama didn't love you, your daddy didn't love you, you have people that said, ooh, bitch, you're too gay. Ooh, girl, you're too fat. Ooh, girl, you too black. Ooh, you ugly. Nobody gonna want you. Like, these things cut deep within us. And we get older, we're like, ooh, I got over that. But you really didn't. You just put it to the back. You know, all those times they called you fat, they called you ugly, ooh, butt tooth bitch, ooh, wide ass gap, ooh, bitch, you so dark, ooh, bitch, you're like, you just put that shit to the back, right? And you got older, the scab just got covered with more Band-Aids, right? And these Band-Aids start to become noticeable to people who understand those scars, people who understand, you know, what they possibly look like, people who know spirit. Those Band-Aids become visible to us, right? So we're just like, what's going on? We want to help. But there's people that, because they've been there, and because they know that those bandages are there, and those wounds are there, and they don't want those wounds. They want to keep cutting those wounds open for you. They want to keep you in that space. They want to keep you in that broken space, that unhealed space. And in my opinion, that's what a lot of these spiritualists do. In my opinion, that's my honest opinion. You got a problem against this bitch, give me a call. My opinion, 98% of spiritualists on YouTube, they're broken and they want to keep other broken people in that space. They don't want to heal. They don't want to help others heal. They want to keep you where you're at. Oh, it's okay. You're an alcoholic. Bitch, it's okay. Spirits love alcohol. Keep drinking it. It's okay. You're a crackhead. Spirits love that. It's okay. You're an alcoholic. It's okay. You smoke weed. They got ganja magic because they're broken, because they have no other way. When you know better, you do better. Because they've been stopped by a brick wall. They want to keep you there too. And then you're sitting here asking yourself, maybe you're not. But I've been doing this. I've been following this person for 10 years and nothing have changed for me. I've been watching this person for 4 years, 5 years, and nothing has changed for me. I followed all their steps. We've interacted, and my life is still in the same space. What am I doing? What am I doing with myself? Yeah, bitch, now you're coming up out of that spell because they've wanted you to stay there. With me, as I said before, and I will continue to say this, bitch, I have no problem walking away from YouTube. I have no problem with getting off of Instagram because it's not about that. For me, when I was going through my healing process, I didn't feel like people understood what I was going through. And I still don't feel that way. When I would go to my therapist, my counselor, my psychologist, it took a lot for me to sit there and share my experience with this heterosexual woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, who've never experienced my life. It was hard for me to share my life with this Arabic man, who comes from a whole nother country, because that's not my life. It was hard for me to sit here with this white man who's 65 years old, bitch, that this is like, he come from a family of psychologists and just all this stuff. So it's hard for me to sit here, me being my tranny ass, and say, this is my issue. This is what I've been through. And to really think that they were going to take it serious. But things did happen. Things did change. And that's where my healing took place at. And that's when I started seeing things very differently. Like, it's not about someone being gay like you or trans like you to know your issues. It's not about people being black like you. Because like I said, me being transgender, bitch, my doctors are heterosexual. They all come from different walks of life. And none of their backgrounds are my background. And they've helped me heal. They've helped me come about my darkness, my sickness, you may say. There was a lot of shit, bitch, that I was not aware of, that I was fucking with. And I myself was not doing stuff, but I was befriending people who did it. So I had that type of personality. I had friends who were bums. I had friends who got high, who drunk, who tried other shit. I've never done that. But I was okay with that because I'm like, bitch, as long as I'm not doing it, you can do it. But there's still a spirit in that. So my spirits were still being okay with that. There was still a spiritual connection there. And as I was getting my help, these things started falling off. Even going into now, people that I knew even 5 years ago, we no longer associate because I'm continuing to get healed. I'm continuing to see things differently. And I'm coming about because I'm not letting people come in and say, well, you better and you should. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, what are you getting out of it? So going into these spiritual people who are not healed, who got criminal records for selling drugs, doing drugs, but yet none of them talk about going to therapy for that. Because that's definitely an addiction, okay? Definitely addiction or illness. We all go through things through addictions or through illnesses. So you definitely need therapy for that. Even going into possibly, and people are not going to understand this, but even going into bankruptcy, you losing a house, like, bitch, you worked for that house. You gave sweat, blood, and tears for that motherfucking home, and to just lose it, and you be, oh, I'm mentally stable. It's okay. No, that fucks you up. You need to go get that shit worked out. Breakups too. I've had breakups, obviously. Everybody had breakups, it just is. And I've had some crazy stuff. And as I was talking to one of my friends the other day, because we were talking about this girl, how this bitch, is a gold digger. And she's bragging all day long. I got Rolls Royce, I got Gucci, Balaku, Balanchisha Buju. And every day is something new, girl. Every day. Oh my God. I went to Milano, Italy. Yeah, I went to Chanchi Chukun. And it's just like, mama, she running from something. But I was telling her, bitch, I was engaged to a man that was worth $250,000. And by the time our relationship was over, he was worth $1 million, which I could have blackmailed his ass. And I keep talking about this. I could have blackmailed his ass. I could have said, yeah, give me all your shit. Give me the house too. But so I'm telling people that let everybody know that you love trannies and we're going to expose it and all this other bullshit. And even going to his friends who met me, bitch, there's a whole bunch of shit that could have went down. I could have been like, bitch, let me become a millionaire. Yes. Yeah, bitch, yeah, give me 500 thou. And I keep my mouth shut. I could have did that. And that was just one of relationships. There was other people that also have potential to be great things, and I'm sure they are doing great things. I'm not checking on them, but I have the potential to do a lot of stuff, right? But going into that, me being healed, me cutting off certain people, certain things, I started thinking like, bitch, what is that gonna do? What is that gonna do for me? What is that gonna do for me? Like, I'm gonna live my life exposing this man or these men, threatening them, and now I gotta live my life looking over my shoulders. And everything comes full circle because relationships that I've established today, like my people that get work done for me, I won't say they're high end, but we say people that are established people that are known, doctors, entertainers who come in and get work done. If I would have fucked up my bridge with that person, my relationships with those people would have been a whole nother story. And I would have not been able to live my truth and be able to help people the way I want to help people. And like I tell people, I went to school for medicine. Like I always dreamt, I paralegal and being a nurse. That was the thing. Paralegal, being a nurse. So I've always wanted to help people. And to me, nurses was the most helpful individuals, in my opinion. Nurses say when I broke my arm, the nurse was very nice. When I thought I had meningitis, when I thought I had mono, they thought I had a whole bunch of shit, honey. When my intestines got fucked up, let's talk about that. The nurses were there to help. So I'm like, bitch, I want to be a nurse too. But it's deeper than that. The healing that I want to do is deeper than that. Nursing, helping, and all that stuff, I think stops at a certain degree. And I'm not putting down people that are nurses out there because I know a lot of you that are nurses. A lot of my people that I love and I care about and that support me, they're nurses, LVNs, RNs, and all the good stuff. I'm not putting them down. But this type of work that I do is a lot deeper than that. I feel like it's a lot more work. I feel like it's very interpersonal. Like, ain't no client coming to you impossibly, but telling you things that could lock them up for a very long time. Sharing everything about themselves with you, blood type. So, I mean, honestly, all I need to know is some of these people, they have a Social Security number. I don't know everything else about their asses, but this is why how I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people beyond things, beyond the physical stuff, beyond the shit that money can buy. Because spirituality, money can't buy that. And I don't care what anybody say. You can spend $3,000, $3,000,000, $500,000. If you don't have it, you don't have it. You go to the best schools to learn how to develop your psychic abilities. If you do not have it, you do not have it. And they say that we all have psychic abilities. I think that is a natural thing for us to have the abilities to protect ourselves. But everybody don't have the abilities to read other people. Everybody don't have the abilities to see things how it is. Obviously, because if it did, bitch, should be a whole other world. Bitch, this world would be a lot more beautiful. Let's talk about it. And it's not about the system putting people down because, of course, when that gift is awakening, we all have spirits that are with us. And I want people to understand this. Those of you who are into that bullshit saying that society, TVs are making people gay and all this shit, you have spirits that are with you. And the scriptures speak about you feeding those spirits every day of your life. So if you're feeding these spirits that are with you to strengthen you and to protect you and keep you focused on the assignment that God has for you, no matter what comes on the TV, no matter what comes around you, you won't fall. I've been around drugs. I've been around alcohol. I've been around prostitutes. I've been around strippers. I've been around hoes that suck and fuck anything that let them. That's not my story. I've been around people that robbed and stole and went to boosting. I've never done that. That's not my story. So I could sit here and say, well, society and TV making people do this. Then what the fuck happened to me? Am I just blind? Am I just dumb? Am I not seeing things the way that everyone else is seeing it? No. It's because I fed my spirits. I fed my spirits. I was aware of my calling at a very young age, and I wanted to keep that in mind. So my prayers was always, and even to this day, if spirits that are with me, please keep me. Please hold me, please mold me into being a better person each and every day. That's a simple thing that I say, because at the end of the day, it's about your spirits. It's not about what your mama did. It's not about your daddy. Like I said, I got relatives that grew up with mom and daddy were crackheads, weren't even there for them, and they're successful, and they're good parents. They're married. They've been married for 20-something years. They have children that are in college that are doing things. And we're not talking about community college, we're talking about Yale and Harvard, honey. Can we talk about that? And married to people that are established businessmen, people that are in Forbes and all that good stuff. So it's not about that other stuff. That's what they want you to think, because That's just what they want you to think. It's about the spirits that are with you. It's about what are you giving with these spirits? What are you entertaining? And with me, that was my problem. I was entertaining bummy ass people, people that didn't want shit. You ask them, what do you see yourself doing next year? Getting high. What you want to do 2 years? I don't know. Where you want to go somewhere? Bitch, where I'm going to go? I'm not getting no passport. I'm not leaving this country. I'm not leaving out of stock. What? Bitch, I stay in the Bay. That's it, bitch. If it's outside the Bay, I ain't going. If it ain't the Bay, no. Then would I say, yeah. But anyway, so that was my things. I was feeding that stuff, and that kept me sick. That kept me there. But like I said, as I start seeing things, I start recognizing things, I start letting go of things, my spirits got strong. And I said, bitch, I'm not tolerating that. I'm not going to be friends with a bitch that disrespect me. I'm not going to be friends with someone who makes you feel some type of way. I'm not going to be associated with people like that. And even going into family, that's what I tell people. You don't have to fuck with people because they're your family. There's a lot of family members I don't fuck with because they're too fake, they're too fraudulent, and they just don't have no respect for me. And if you don't respect me like I respect myself, bye, Felicia. I don't care. Bitch, I don't have a problem. You don't pay my bills. You don't do shit for me. So that's what I'm saying. It's about you and your spirits and what you're going to do for your life, where you see yourself going, because nobody has to answer for you but you. Like, nobody can live this life for you. Your bills are late. You can't blame nobody but yourself. You're sick. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Everything comes back on you. And that's what I'm about, accountability and responsibility. And as I said before, a lot of people don't like what I got to say. A lot of people are cool with me and they fell to the wayside. A lot of y'all, ooh, bitch, ooh, I can't, ooh, you felt some type of way. But trust me when I tell you, where I was where some of you are at. And I was making the exact same foolish mistakes. And this is why I say, on the other side of that, for those up there who I got to get high every day, Mystic, I got to get high every day. Like, honey, I've survived my years without getting high. I've survived my years without drinking. I survived my years to being able to sleep at night. I have no problems getting to bed. I got no problems waking up. I got no problems of facing the world each and every day. Each and every day, I have no issues with that. So it's like, I can tell you that there's something on the other side that you don't have to be stuck. But like I said, a lot of these other spiritualists, and we're not going to say all of them because there's a lot of them I've not met, and there's some of them that we've talked, and I really do like them. I really do think that they are what they are. But a lot of these people, they're sick, they're broke, they're broken, and they want to keep you there too. So they don't want you to rise up. Oh, she married. Oh, she want his man. I'm gonna teach this, but she ain't no love. And I have friends like that too. I had transgender friends out there, them not knowing, because see, they had bad relationships and they let those relationships get to them. I had a friend who was dating also another person, an MMA fighter, and he actually had her set up to where, like, the house was broken into. They robbed her like a girl. It was some crazy stuff, y'all. A crazy situation. I won't even go into it because I don't know if YouTube's gonna be talking about that. But that situation made her afraid to get her own place. It made her afraid to trust people, and it made her afraid to date. And she would always say, ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no love, ain't no love. Every time Uncle I'm talking to, ain't no love, ain't no love. And I'm just like, girl, that's your story. And that's your tea, not mine. And I have to really stop talking to her because I'm like, bitch, I know there's love. Bitch, I was dating men before I even started having surgeries. And bitch, we're getting legal shit. Like, one of them, honey, I was even etched into his mother, and we're gonna say etched. I was even etched into his living will, bitch. Can we talk about it? Bitch, we were talking about adding me onto his job insurance so I can go through my sexual assignment surgery and stuff. It was some real deep shit. So we're talking about before all this, right? Before all of this stuff. So I know love. I know it's possible. Like I said, I've dated men. I've had great relationships. One of my relationships, like I said, for 5 months straight, I cried every fucking day because I could not believe that this was my story. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my boyfriend. And like, even one of my friends, she was so hating, girl. She was so hating. She was like, girl, he's just using you. He's a tranny chaser. And I said, girl, this man got a lot of money. If he wanted to train it, like, this man had so much money, y'all. He was renting cars every weekend. My stupid ass, because, I grew up with nothing. So, bitch, I went like, yeah, ooh,
ooh, I take it out. But I remember he gave me a ring in shape of an S with an amethyst on it, y'all. Oh, it was custom made. It was white gold. It was so beautiful, y'all. But he would tell me all the time, what do you want? Anything you want, you can have it. My stupid ass, I didn't think about it because I could have said, bitch, take me down to Beverly Hills. Let's go to Rodeo Drive. Let's go to Louis. Let's go to Gucci. Give me some Balenciaga. Give me some Balmain. You know, I could have said all that, but I didn't. But, you know, like I said, I felt good. I could not believe that's my story. I'm like a transgender woman being like this. And then, of course, I have a friend, as we talked about, she's one of my transgender mentors. She is a stealth transgender woman. So I cannot disclose any names or anything like that because I could be fucking sued. Hell, I don't know what the fuck she had anymore. But she owns a very successful company, actually, that a lot of you actually use. And she would share with us, you know, tricks and techniques and, you know, you don't do this and you don't do this and you know, make your own money. Don't let a man take your money over, blah, 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 blah. And I told her a story about the transgender from Mexico who came to America to better her life. And she, you know, altered herself up, did a little stuff, stacked her money and trade, acted like he was going to invest her money. And he didn't. He actually took her money and left, and it was like $1.7 million. And this is in the 80s, y'all. That'd probably be like $7 million right now. And she had to start all over from everything, y'all. Start all over. Like she was suicidal. I actually think that she attempted to do all the good stuff. So anyway, she just taught us a lot of stuff. She taught us a lot of stuff on what to do, what not to do. So with that, you know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm with this man, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm going to be stealth. And that was my plan anyway. I told y'all that. My plan was to get my stuff done, get my surgeries and be stealth. Like if I would have stayed with that man, y'all, none of y'all would have even known me. Honey, I would be up there with my Amanda Lepore. Hey girl, yes, honey, was saying, how you doing? Bitch, girl, I would be one of those post queens, honey. I would not be on YouTube talking about no training, anything. Bitch, I probably wouldn't be in the public life, bitch. I'll be sitting up somewhere in the hills somewhere, honey. Probably going out to eat with well, I can't say her name. Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, you know, I've had good teas, but healing. While you're going through your healing process, you see all things. And like I said, a lot of these people, they're not really there. They don't really care about getting healed neither. That's why they're so combative. Instead of putting their energy into fighting me, nigga, that's a man, fuck this black bitch, you know, all this other good stuff. They could put that same energy into healing their life. You know, going to therapy, a therapist, and saying, why I got all these damn names and I'm not transgender. To see transgenders, a lot of us have different names because we actually spend our life trying to find out what name suits us. So that's why we have a lot of names. But you're a cisgender woman, a cisgender man, you got all these fucking names. To me, it's nothing but demonic spirits. They're demonic attachments. And they're literally your lower self feeding your lower self over and over again. So one ego is crushed and destroyed because you realize that that's the fool. And that's your higher self telling you that. When you create another name and all this against stuff. So instead of them working that stuff out, there's possible bipolarity, there's possible multi-personality, there's possible DID. Instead of working that stuff out, they're out here calling me a man and transgender and nigga and coming in my chats and, you know, making up shit and just like, girl, like, honey, girl. We talking about a lot of tea. I'm an open book. I have no problem sharing people about my past, my present, but you're definitely not gonna know my future. But I got no problem sharing that. And like I said, I've not done no foolish shit, thank God, because I was chosen. We talk about the chosen ones, bitch. I was chosen. When you're a chosen one, when you're meant to lead, when you're meant to help people cross over, that's what I like to say. Honey, your life will speak that. If you've been a bummy bitch, a follower bitch, you can never be a leader. A follower can never be a leader. Bitch, you took that role as a follower and you let her talk into walking into that check place and bounce that fucking check. You let her walk you into going into that store and stealing that damn bologna. And now you over here looking like a damn fool talking about you're a high priestess and you're a queen. Where? Queen of what? Queen of who? Bitch, you ain't my queen. You will never reign supreme. So I know we were kind of everywhere today. Here, we're everywhere, and but The moral of this is, well, there's not no more because I just came by here to talk with you guys. Eventually, it's gonna be some stuff, y'all. Eventually, it might be illegal to even seek after spiritual stuff. Eventually, and you gotta thank these fraudulent people out here. These motherfuckers that think they got abilities and shit. I got the power to heal, but I'm over here sitting here with Crohn's disease and hypertension. I have the ability to get you pregnant, but yet I've been miscarrying and aborting all my children. I have the ability to teach you how to get a man and to marry that man, even though I'm just a sugar, even though I'm just a hoe, a household. There you go. I'm just a household. I don't give a fuck about my kids. I just want to have a man. I want to just have a child. Like my children are my prized possessions. Literally, like I got 150,000 on my oldest one. I got 150,000 on my youngest one, and then the one that's gonna be coming in about 2 or 3 years. Yeah, that was gonna be like the $1 million baby. Like, girl. So this is why I'm having babies with all this fucking with this man, because I want to have, I want to, and I can teach you how to do it too. So there's no real love. Then I teach you how to have real love or real understanding, because they don't have it. Mom and daddy wasn't there. They didn't give a fuck. So they can't love anyone else. So the only way to love someone is to be that gold digging ass hussy. You know, they can't. They really don't have any gifts to teach you how to procreate and to become fertilized, because their cranium needs fertilizing. They're not creative in any way, shape, or form. We talk about this. You have 2 uteruses. Can we talk about it? You have 2 uteruses and 2 prostates if you're a male. With me, I have a uterus and a prostate. Give me to the T. So, bitch, ain't nothing wrong with that, bitch. I got a uterus and a prostate, bitch. What's the T? Anyway, so you have a uterus and a prostate. And you have 2 prostates, 2 uteruses. And a lot of y'all, y'all not really procreating, honey. Y'all just, you're not fertile up here, you're not fertile down there. So that's what's going on. But only someone who is fertile up there and down there should share that with you. But a lot of these hoes ain't, going into, love. And it's like, how the fuck can you teach somebody about love, girl, when you don't even love yourself? And if you loved yourself, then you want to open yourself up to have. And once again, we're talking about spiritual leaders, not my people. But you want to open yourself up, because we know that when a woman or a daughter or a girl is hurt and she didn't get enough attention from her father, she will go out and do things to get his attention. And one of the things that girls commonly do to get the father's attention is to have multiple boyfriends or multiple baby daddies. So when you have a woman who has multiple baby fathers and didn't marry none of the baby fathers, but will sit here and try to teach you about love and where's your children daddy at? Why they're not in the equation? And that's not really a cut in, but you're not a leader. But I know why they're not in the picture, because you have them out of validation. You have them out of seeking unconditional love. And a lot of people have children in hopes of getting unconditional love from their children, which is true. But your children are like what they are. They were attached to your uterine wall, right? Your uterus, the umbilical cord and stuff, the placenta. You were feeding them and they were feeding you. So it's a cycle. So same thing when they're outside of the womb. It's a give or take situation. And that's what I loved about my mama, because my mama would always say that. And even now as adults, my mom would say, I am you and you are me. And people don't understand that. Like, your children are really you. And if you have them out of a hurt place, that's going to be them for the rest of their life. So if y'all have children right now and you have them out of hurtness, like you had issues with their daddy because you had issues with your own daddy, can we talk about it? Then I encourage you to put them in some type of therapy. They got family counseling out there. Please do that. You will help society. Fuck with these racist ass motherfuckers. They say white supremacists, black supremacists too. A lot of y'all motherfuckers are black supremacists. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. Can't stand supremacists, because really you're supremacists, bitch. You're inferior. That's what you is, bitch. You're beneath. Bitch, you're a cockroach. They're over here talking about some bullshit. The white men, the Jewish, the Asians, they're taking over. No, bitch. You just need to heal yourself. And I hate to be so, but you need to heal yourself. You need to work on you and yours, honey. How your children are gonna receive the world is how they received you. And that's a proven fact. As we were talking about with my friend who started having sex at 12 years old, who had her first, you know, situation. I'm not gonna say it. I'm waiting for her to say it if she wanted to come out and say it. But we were talking about that, how she was a young girl twerking and doing it on 30-year-old man at 12 and 13 years old. And you know, I was like, where your mom at? She's like, well, my mom was there. She would get me in trouble. But I'm like, where were your daddy at? Well, he really wasn't there. Okay, that's fine. And then your mom was there. When was she there? Well, she was there at nighttime, sometime. And I'm just like, but her whooping you is not her really being there. Like, you wanted your mother's attention. And even as an adult, you guys, she's seeking this as an adult. Like, she wants her mom's attention so bad. And I told her, you and your mom need to work through this. What do you mean? Y'all need to work through it, girl, because what you are as a kid, you will continue to chase as an adult. I'm telling you, if you're not happy as a kid, you're not satisfied, you're not fulfilled. As an adult, you look for that fulfillment through drugs, through alcohol, through sex, through false friends, false connections, false hope, false dreams. That's what you connect to. So I'm telling you from a healed place. I'm telling you from someone who's been through that, who got over that, who see things for what it is, because I too was somewhere. And I wasn't somewhere in the sense of, like I said, you know, popping pills and doing all that shit. But I definitely was a hurt person. I was on my way there, because they no telling what my life would have been outside of that. I had friends that were into that. And like I keep telling y'all, a lot of people that I was friends with in high school, they're dead. And they're not dead, they're behind bars. And, you know, that's kind of crazy to sit here and think about that. And it gets me a little emotional, but it's just crazy to think about that. Like, people that I actually went to school with, middle school and high school, a lot of them are fucking dead. I probably have 2 people that I was friends with in middle school and high school that are still living. And not in jail or anything. Like, they're really successful. Like, they own their own business. They own their own house. Like, they're thriving. But everyone else, like I said, they're dead. And it's crazy to be like, that could have been my fucking life. Like, if I would have just said, fuck my life, fuck my future. You know, I don't really care about my future. There's no future anyway. Let me just go ahead and blah, blah, blah. Or even going into suicidal. You know, I've attempted to do that, and it failed. You know, it definitely felt. My oldest nephew was born. That was my last time. And I said, okay, honey, we ain't doing this no more. And like I said, you know, it that's how you know, girl, it wasn't my time. And Spirit was like, bitch, you're not going. Bitch, you got so much you have to do. And, you know, even going into just a whole bunch of stuff, I think about that. Like, if I wasn't here, you know, how would everybody's life be? How would their life be? And I know it would be different. And we're talking about like family, because friends, of course, you would have found another friend. You would have had another friend somewhere. But family, like, circumstances does not change. And oh my God, that's just so crazy to think about that. And where my mom would be at right now. Like, losing me then, and then my sister. Oh God, that would be so crazy. That would have been so crazy. But anyway, so that's all I want to stop by here for. We did a long talk, honey. Oh, y'all, it is 4:12. Let me read this. Let me see who's up in here. If there's anybody up in here. Can we find Kalizor? And I'm telling y'all, when I say, get that help. And I always tell you this too, because, you know, I'm a Reiki healer. I'm a massage therapist by trade. And some of the people I was coming to me, they were doing chiropractic work too. And they're very successful. I told you guys I had a client who had a very damaged sciatica nerve, and they wanted him to cut that open. And we actually, whatever happened, I won't even go into that, but basically he didn't need surgery anymore. And that was through the help of Reiki, massage therapy, and chiropractic work. So the same thing with that. Spiritual stuff will go hand in hand with natural medicine, which will go hand in hand with your doctor. So you have 3 methods that will help get you there. Going into healing, same thing. Doing some spiritual healing will also help you do some physical healing. Or you do some spiritual healing with physical healing, you will see a difference. It go hand in hand. Don't be afraid to do both. Oh, well, I'm already on that. No, it's okay. I'm telling you. I tell a lot of people about herbs and stuff, and they're like, well, my doctor said, my doctor gave me this and that. Okay, honey, you take this and that and watch what happened. You tell me what happened. And they've gotten great results. Going into even just like turmeric. I know somebody who had high blood pressure and they were taking all these blood pressure medicine pills. And this before they did all the little recall on these blood pressure pills. And I told them, you might want to get into natural remedies like walking, staying hydrated, and also high fiber and taking turmeric with curcumin, honey, like a high dosage of it. And you're going to see something. And I kid you not, their blood pressure. So they were on Atenol and the blood pressure dropped within a manageable range. But with the help of all the stuff I told them to do, their stuff literally dropped to normal. And we don't know what it'd be like if they stopped taking that medicine, because of course, anything happens, we don't know. But just imagine that. Like if they stopped taking that doctor medicine, they took the turmeric and did all the other stuff, and they still kept their blood pressure down. That would be really, 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 really amazing. But some people don't even do that. They still pop their high blood pressure pills. Oh God. Okay, honey. You ain't trying to get the healing, honey. That medicine is to get rid of the symptoms. No medicine cures anything. It's to manage. Can we talk about it? It's to manage the symptoms. Okay. It's to manage the symptoms, honey. Oh shit, okay. See you later, Rico. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Come on, Norma. How you do? Hello, Rico. Thank you. Yes, honey. Thank you. Come on, Norma. Yes, honey. Casual Witch. There you go. Hello, Chris. Hello, M. Jones. Yes, honey. Come on, Jay. Yes, honey. How are you doing? Listen, I appreciate you guys for stopping by here. I was supposed to stop here temporarily, but apparently I got taken away. But anyway, so over this weekend, I may do a flash deal over this weekend. I've gotten some emails about some stuff, and I'm just like, you know what? And somebody was like, hey, I want to do XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, ooh. So I'm thinking over this weekend, we're going to do a flash deal. If not over this weekend, next weekend or next week. And of course, I'll come on, I'll talk about it. And then, of course, I want to go into some more stuff. We won't say exactly what we're going to go into. But either way, thank you all for stopping by here, honey. And thank you for letting me share some tea. Normally, the way I go live, I can actually see the live chat while I'm live. But today, I didn't go that way. So, yeah, honey. Yeah. Anyway, 28spirit8mystigate@gmail.com about questions about products and services. 28spirit8mystigate.blogspot.com to see product services. Remember, you have any question about any services, reading products, doesn't matter. You can send me an email. I will gladly answer. Of course, do not be afraid to comment. Yes, I mean, some people are like, I don't know if I should have commented this or emailed it to you. You can comment. Don't be afraid, honey. Yes, comment. Yes, honey. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by and hope you guys have a good Friday, honey. Ooh, it is Friday, huh? Y'all, I got to get up at 11 o'clock. And you know what? I'm going to do it too. I have 7 hours of sleep right now. Love it, everybody. Thank you all for coming here, honey. Hey, I see you, honey. Hey, girl. Hey. Honey, hey, it's Slappy. Oh. Girl, you have any questions you want to ask before I go? Okay, yeah. Let me go. See y'all later, honey. Have a good weekend. Like, until next video. Love and light. Mwah. Okay, let me see. Is it gonna let me end it today? Let's see.